Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of me attempting the Predator achievement. Hopefully this time goes better than last, you know. And I think this time around I'm going to be doing mostly a break team. I spent earlier today just trying to get my Firefly leveled up a bit more. I'm still going to keep adventuring, but we're definitely going because I do not I have Lingsha, but I don't trust my build with her to completely whether or not this will work or not. But we'll see how it works with adventuring. We can get these. I think that'll reach both of them. Yeah. Energy regeneration or shield. Let's do more blessings of destruction. Am I missing one? Okay, I was just in the opposite direction. Easy. Hopefully, let's see if I roll the one where I can get No. Okay, I'll just re-roll the same one. Really? Fine, let's go with it. Hopefully this one has 3. Nope, only 1. Okay. Oh no, 2. That's good. But yeah, I did some farming for my Firefly earlier, and now I think I'm still worried about the break effect because out of battle she only has 227%, which I know you're supposed to be around like 300, but out of battle for her speed at least is like 159. So I think when she's in combustion, when she's in combustion state, her speed should be around 250. And with Harmony, Kalis, and Ruan Mei, I think her break effect gets up to like 500 and something, which is still good, but I would still prefer out of battle for her to be like in the 300s. But I also do not want to keep farming, so I guess I'm just going to be stuck with it. Immediately, enhanced beacon, sure. Wait, no. Okay. Let's hope I get something good in this game. Okay, that's good for me. I think I'll pull Facial out just for this. Because then it'll be does Firefly have a bigger range of attack? But also, I think Facial. No. Let's just do it with Facial, yeah. Let me hit that, so immediately I just get all of them. On the ones I'm able to, and wait, okay. Yeah. that was relatively easy. Let's do this. Oops. Wow. Entering combat domain, sure. Okay. Oh. Well. Some sort of achievement out of that with... I don't know which one that is, but... we can look... I'll look at it later. Let's switch back to Firefly. And then... Yep. Yes, I think... in combustion phase, if we... oops. Yeah. 200 and... something... 226. And then, yeah, right now it's only 419, but... that's... dude, yep. Right, let's get this elite. One out of the way now. I'm going to just do Ruan Maze real quick, because at least gives us something. Easy. Yeah, it's like weird for me because I have a bunch of like really semi-good character builds, but I still don't feel like they're good. Like I think I use the Fribbles Relic character optimizer, and for example, like my I forgot what its name was. Jiaoku. Sorry. But like one of my characters is like an S rank, but that's only because his like effect hit rate is like in the 200s. But he doesn't deal enough damage. So I'm like, well, this is a good build, but like at what cost, you know? And what surprised, or with, same with my Jade build. Like, my Jade build is a lot better than my Aventurine build, but I don't feel like it's good enough because it doesn't perform as well. Or maybe it's because I just don't have the right team set up for Jade. And then like with other builds, I'm too overconfident. Like I wouldn't say I'm necessarily overconfident in my Welt build because I know that needs to be updated, and I'm in this weird half sub DPS, half support build for him, which is not ideal. I think it has to be one or the other, but I can't decide really on whether I want him to be a sub DPS or if I should just go with a support build. I don't really run Welt as much as I used to anymore, so like I haven't bothered to re-update that build in general. Primarily right now I run the DOT with Acheron, Black Swan, Kafka, and Aventurine. On occasion I will, I think my other team that I run is my follow-up, which like Facial, Topaz, Robin, and Aventurine. Second one, we're going to change it to a combat domain. Let's change that one so we have a clear path. Hopefully we get some... I haven't been paying attention to what I need, or how many battles I've been doing, so... It definitely won't be this run, but I think as this progresses, I'm gonna try and see if I am able to get any of those harder achievements as well on my way to get this one. I think the quote-unquote easiest right now, or the quote-unquote easiest one to try and get, would be to have more than like 10,000 cosmic fragments, I think it was. So we can see if I get that one, or maybe that'll just be a separate series of me trying to get that achievement. Probably not running at the same time as this one, but then again I'm already like, well, technically this is the like 26th episode, but since, yeah, it's technically attempt number 26, but for brevity's sake, it's the second one for me redoing this series. All right. If people aren't interested, I can do a video where I just kind of like show what characters are on my account. I don't know if that would be of interest. I have been kind of toying with the idea of like doing a ranking of all the characters that I have based off of who I use the most and who I use the least, because it very much also reflects who my favorite characters are. Most of the time, but not all. There are definitely some characters where I only really have them with a good build or a semi-good build and completely leveled because of their utility. Like Bronya is definitely one of those characters. I have her E6. I technically have enough of her signature light count to make her S5 as well, but I think I mentioned in my first video that I don't superimpose those because they're useful for other characters, for other Harmony characters. And like, I don't know what it is about Bronya, because I recognize her use as like a really good support unit, even now. Like a year and a half later, yeah. But like, I don't know. I built her out of necessity, like but even then, I only did the bare minimum because none of her traces are like level. I mean, they're leveled, but they're not like max traces. And I can't be bothered to farm the old Harmony mats right now anyways. Let's see, if you go down, up, that'll be fine. Or like, yeah, my Bronya is one of the characters that I only have built out of necessity. Sparkle's build is half-assed because I only pulled her for Imbibitor Lune. And I barely run him anymore. Unless it's runs like this where it's heavily dependent on destruction. But I figured I would try to mix up what teams I use for this run so it's not boring. You know? So that's where I'm at. I think. What other characters did I only build out of necessity? I think 4-star Ting Young, I definitely was one that like, I don't like you. I don't really like her character either. At least in the initial Lufo arc, I did not like her character. I think something, like a part of me knew that like, oh, this isn't actually Ting Young, even though I was just as surprised about that twist as everyone else was. But I don't think I know that I half-assed my Himiko build for Pure Fiction the first time around when like that game mode just came out. But now I really don't need to mess around too much with like, well, I definitely do use the team lineup thing off of the Hoyo Lab app from time to time. But like, I still don't have Himiko or Herta built properly for that game mode. I also remember too, it was like, before I got Aventurine, it was kind of like hell for me to do Memory of Chaos. Because I had Locha and Bailu, and I refused, that was another one, like, I refused to build Japard or March 7th as preservation units because they both annoyed me so much. Like, I view March kind of as like Star Rail Paimon, if that says anything. I'm sure a lot of people also have the same sentiment, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. She was slightly more tolerable when as a hunt character with that whole line, but like, I don't know. I think it would have been worse for me with March if I had been playing on the English voice pack. Cause like, that's what she reminds me of Paimon so much, cause their English voices just have that same tone and sound to them that just like get on my nerves. And that's also part of the reason why I even switched to the original Chinese voice pack. So like, I cannot play Star Rail if I have March sounding as she does. Like, no offense to the English voice actress. She does a great job for the character. It's just not my cup of tea. But, where I was talking about... Yeah, characters that I built out of necessity. Ting Young. I I got Locha pretty early on, so I never had to really build Natasha properly. I don't like her either. Like, a lot of the Billabong characters I do not like. I think Zila is the only one, because all the others are just kind of annoying to me. Like, the Lufo arc with the, I forgot what it was called, the sword dance competition or whatever. I could not stand Luca in that, and it was very hard for me to get through that chapter. And same with Rappa, like, she's useful, I guess, but she just rubs me the wrong way. Like, her character design is cool, it's like, her personality, that just kind of bugs me. I do feel bad for, like, her story quest, like, her backstory, I really could, like, understand, and I felt bad for her, but, like, you can feel bad for someone and still find them to be an annoying little piece of shit. And, like, that, well, not, like, in a pity way, but, like, in a, wow, like, I acknowledge all this stuff that you went through, but also you were really annoying. And that's kind of how it was with Rappa. And like, I swear, like, it feels like all I'm doing right now is shit talking Star Rail characters and talking about the ones that I don't like. And she, like, you know, is fine. Everyone can have their own taste with the characters. But I only really play the ones that are my favorites, and I will only build others if I absolutely have to. I feel like that's how most people play, but I'm not sure. Because there are definitely probably meta players that are like, I'm gonna build every character that is good for like XYZ situation. I'm like, I'm not like that. Like, I forgot there's like another character that I don't like Arlen. I don't, the space station characters too are just kind of like mid. I do really like Asta though. Like, she was really useful in the beginning. Like, this was before actual like break characters were a thing, I think. Because I remember there being a break build for Asta, and I was like so proud of myself for getting her build above like 100 break effect. I think I talked about this last time, but honestly I have no idea. So sorry if I have. But I don't know. My favorite characters, like, if I had to, I'll probably make a video about it, like ranking favorite characters based off of characterization, and then like favorites based off of like usefulness. Because there are definitely characters that I like for their game mechanics, but I don't like them because of their character. I will say that Branya is not one that falls into that category. I don't like her character. I acknowledge her usefulness for meta, and that's pretty much it. Like, nothing about her appeals to me. I mean, like, I don't even use her half the time anymore. Which is ridiculous to say because, like, I have her E6, but honestly, if I could give her to someone else, I would, but I'm just kind of stuck with her. I think, but no, there's definitely likes based off of usefulness and likes because of character, and I never really thought about how much they overlap with each other, if at all. Like, I love Welt, but I can, like, the slow is useful, but it's never been like a game-breaking decision on whether or not I'm gonna put Walt on my team because of his ability to imprison enemies. It's always just like, oh, I want to make a team that of my favorite characters, usually mono imaginary, and I just toss them in there if it's not break oriented or anything. Immediately obtain the awards. Oops. That was probably a bad idea. I probably should have forfeited that, but whatever. We're definitely getting less than we were last run in regards to that boost.
都有被风吹落的那一天。
进攻！
失去一切，燃烧殆尽。
即兴表演。
本质如一。有趣，铭记此刻，点燃星海。 为生而战，点燃星海。
我买单。一无所有，或者赢下所有，买了。合眼开场。
为生而战。
Okay, good. We can change that back to combat domain. And it's still only one enemy. Hopefully those trotters helped at least a little bit. I don't know if they count individually or not. I could never actually understand what that exploit was talking about because I'm like, how? I don't know. That was back when I didn't really know much about Star Rail game mechanics, I think. But now I have like a little bit of a better idea, I think. I mean, I call myself a semi-serious player because of how much time and investment I put into this game. But there's still a lot that I don't know. My team comps are whatever I think will work. Emphasis on I think, because especially in the beginning, all I did for like Pure Fiction and other game modes was just match the weakness. Like that's all I did. So I was running like triple DPS on some. I don't remember which one it was that I was running triple DPS, but I was definitely running triple DPS several times. Because I didn't really care about... I thought that, like, matching the weakness to enemies was more important than the team build comp, which is not true. But it also depends on what you're doing and who it is. But now I've gotten better at it because I have a good amount of supports built, like Ruin May, Harmony Kalis, Sunday. Ting Young is like usable. I just don't use her as much anymore because I have better supports. and sustains too. Like, although I primarily use it Avon because, like, why not? I use E6 S5. There's no reason why I wouldn't use him. And I think in like Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction, I'll use Ho Ho. I don't see. I never know how to pronounce a lot of the characters' names out loud, and I know that how I pronounce them in my head are wrong. I should probably just like look into how to actually pronounce their names.
或者
But
赢
like,
下所有，小心。
I just do not really like Abundance character. Like, this is weird because like I used to love Locha. I still love him, but like with the Abundance characters, I would always have those as my support slash sustain healer. Because I did not like Japard, I do not like March, as I said previously.
收殆尽，
And so I just would not build preservation units because I didn't believe they were important enough
尾声而战，
or worth my time really when I could have a healer that I actually like playing, i.e. Locha and Bailu.
一无所有，
And that's
或
why
者
it took me a
赢下
while
所有。
to like really figure out my teams, I guess.
腿尾开场，
But then like I became obsessed with Aventurine because of his character design, and plus I love the imaginary characters, so I was like, oh, I have to get him. This character is gonna be like a game changer, especially when I learned that he could also be run as a
小心。
sub DPS. Like, my build is a sub DPS build. Although technically you could say it's a hybrid sub DPS and defense build. I use the sub DPS relics, but they all rolled a lot of defense. So I still have like 4k defense, which is the
一无所有，
suggested minimum requirement for
赢下所有。
for defense Aventurine.
好梦成真，
So he's definitely useful in any and all
腿尾
situations.
开场，
But it's funny because I went from like, oh, I don't like preservation units to becoming completely obsessed with Aventurine and pretty much using him in every single run or team comp that I possibly can, to not really liking the Abundance characters as much. Like, don't get me wrong, as I said, I still like
尾声而战，
Locha, I like Ling Sha. I still love Bailu. Like, people give her shit, I think, and I kind of understand that because like,
尾声而战，
is it? I think it's Bailu that people treat like Chi-Chi a lot because they're like, oh, you're just that one 5-star character that I always lose pity to. I hate you. That's me with Branya. But like,
点燃
I don't know. She's one of my favorites. But the issue that I have currently with Abundance characters is that I just get really anxious if a character's HP is too low. Because, especially now that I'm doing the higher level runs
燃烧殆尽，
in battles, it's like, oh well. Would you rather only have 1 HP bar per character with like the risk of them dying really early on? Or would you rather have a shielder that also doubles as a sub DPS and basically have that shield act as like, because Aventurine's shield is really good, like it can fill up the whole bar. So it's like, would you rather have like those 2 layers of like quote unquote health bar or just 1? And for me, I would much rather have 2 than 1. And we still didn't get that, but like second attempt, I did not expect much from that. Well, I'm sorry for rambling a lot more than the first time. But thanks for tuning in for this one, even if it was unsuccessful. I'll see you next time.